Hi, my name is Rick Walker, and I'd like to introduce you to Rainstorm Sprinklers. We all know what a forest fire looks like, and how terrified we become when one is near, and how helpless we feel when it's too late, and there's nothing we can do to help save our homes, families and neighbors.
When it comes to wildfires, we know that over 95% of property losses have been caused by flying embers igniting our home and surrounding area during a 2 to 3 hour period preceding the arrival of the fire itself. These burning embers land on your roof and deck and can ignite your outdoor furniture, roof shingles and the debris in your gutters. An ember attack is when thousands of these burning leaves and twigs are carried by the wind to land in other areas that include our homes and properties. Nobody is really safe. These two examples show how a house can ignite even if it's in the middle of a forest, without burning the surrounding trees, or if it's located all by itself on 10 acres of almost treeless rock. Both because of flying ember attacks.
At Rainstorm Sprinklers, we believe that we have developed a better method to help us fight wildfires. What we have developed is a new, safe, self-help, fire prevention system, that as soon as we find out about an impending wildfire, we don't need to panic about setting up roof or gutter sprinkler systems and connecting hoses, and hoping it all works.
What we're talking about are permanently installed sprinkler devices that combine a low-profile, recessed, weatherproof, dry pipe design, with built-in adjustable components, mounted primarily at the peak of the roof. They work for all roof shapes, sizes and finishes, and are visually acceptable to any architect or homeowner. Plus, they are suitable for easy installation by a single contractor whether we have a new or renovation project. There are many rooftop and gutter-mounted sprinkler systems available that have been designed and patented over the years. So why doesn't every house have a permanently mounted sprinkler system on the roof? Especially if you live in an area prone to wildfires. It could be because they are all exposed and ugly, and need manual installation at the time when you're feverishly panicking when a wildfire is near. Let's look at the important words. Exterior. That goes without saying because we're attempting to prevent house fires caused by flying embers landing on the roof of our building and nearby property. Roof mounted. Also obvious, because it's the embers that fall on the roof that are most dangerous, so by roof mounting our sprinklers, at the peak of the roof, we are adding a source of water nearest the expected location for a fire to start. The available rooftop and gutter-mounted sprinkler systems are ugly, exposed and added as an afterthought or in a panic, just before the wildfire reaches you. What we are looking at with Rainstorm Sprinklers is a permanent, fully recessed device that has a very low profile that is visually acceptable to homeowners and architects, and usually added at the beginning of the build project, although it can be installed into an existing building. Rainstorm sprinklers use a dry pipe system, which is a very important point that ensures that, in cold climates, the sprinkler head won't freeze in the winter months and won't damage the house if a sprinkler or piping malfunction occurs, because the pipes are empty, until the water is needed, even if it's in the middle of winter. At this point in time, there are no federal, state, provincial, municipal or city code requirements for exterior fire extinguishing systems of any kind. The biggest issue is that we want the sprinkler device to be inconspicuous and unobvious and to disappear into the background of the building. This is an architectural rendition of a modest home, showing the recessed sprinkler heads on the upper and lower roofs on a white background. If we didn't tell you what to look for, you wouldn't even see them, especially if we added the plumbing and roof vents, chimneys, trees, shrubbery, garden ornaments and other visual distractions normally seen around a house. And on a real, suburban house, from normal viewing angles, any recessed roof sprinklers become invisible. And the bigger your house gets, the more inconspicuous the sprinklers will become.
So if we feel threatened by an approaching wildfire, we are able to help ourselves reduce losses of both property and lives. We believe that the concept of giving the homeowner a reasonably priced, manually operated tool to assist firefighting an approaching wildfire is highly desirable. So remember, what is unique about this system? It's almost invisible, mounted inside the roof space, and it's dry type, meaning it will not leak and damage the home, and will not freeze in the winter. All we need is a reliable source of water and some other readily available components. And remember, this applies to whichever sprinkler system you choose. Even if your house is connected to a municipal water supply, it cannot be considered as reliable, guaranteed, or dedicated.
Assuming you don't have access to Niagara Falls, it's easy to obtain your own reliable water supply. There are several options available. If you're designing a new home, you can add a water tank under your garage. Or maybe you have one of these? And if neither of these options appeal to you, then you'll need one or two of these, above or below ground. Or 3 or 4 of these specialty tanks, located at the back of the garage. If you have your own drilled well, then it must be sized as a minimum, for the required sprinkler water pressure and flow rate you or your contractor calculated. And have a standby generator, so you can operate it in case you have a power outage. Remember, if you're really serious, and really want to protect your home from a wildfire, you need a reliable and dependable water source. A pressure pump and standby generator will always be required, regardless of the type of sprinkler protection system you choose. Plus, because a Rainstorm sprinkler system is a permanently installed device, it will increase the value of your house, and maybe make it easier to sell, and reduce your insurance costs, especially if you're in a wildfire-prone area.
So this is the secret of the Rainstorm Sprinkler dry pipe design. The intent of our patent-pending design is not to reinvent the sprinkler device itself, but to work with existing commercially available products, in order to refunction and reposition them for use externally on a roof. Our aim is to make this into a profitable commercial venture.
The world is our marketplace.
If you have any comments or need more information, please don't hesitate to contact us. We will be on all the usual social media platforms, and soon we will have our webpage up and running at rainstormsprinklers.ca. However, in the meantime, you can reach me at rainstormsprinklers@gmail.com.
Thank you. Merci.